Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, we're going to be going over some draft analysis. I was playing some ranked last night after my very hectic weekend. My sister graduated from college, her undergrad at least, and I had some soccer games. I had high school senior prom, a lot going on. So I came back about Sunday night yesterday after eating dinner and went on a crazy win streak. And I just thought I'd go over some of those games. I wasn't recording at the time, and I usually do. My videos are just me recording live footage because I know you guys like that more. But I do think it's also important to go over your games and analyze drafts and just some important pieces of gameplay. So we're going to hop into that for today, and let's get into it. All right, we're going to hop into this first game here. So I'm going to try my best to recall the draft order, but I'm pretty sure we picked the Colt first. They respond with Bell and Lola. We respond with Kaze and Byron, I think, and they last picked the Edgar. Now, I love our comp so much because Byron just does so insanely well into Bell. I talked about that in another video. And also does really good into Lola because the same principles apply. You outrange. And if you use the Pierce star power, you can hit the Shadow or like her clone and the Lola at the same time. So I can get really like a lot of value from that. Hit a really good super there to get rid of the clone and get her really low. And the heals I can provide are just so good, especially onto the Kaze. Sorry, the thing just like went down there. So I don't want to miss any of the action. But yeah, we also just have a lot more safe damage. Like Bell doesn't do that much. Lolo can do a good amount, but Colt is just most consistent. And Kaze, of course, you can just see it going on the safe every single time. And then I'm just able to hold control. And as long as I'm far enough away from this Edgar, the only way he can kill me is if he supers to close the distance, and then he gadgets, and he still has to hit that gadget. So get a really good kill there as well. And then we're just able to kill the Edgar as well. And yeah, it's just like, it's complete domination for the most part. Another Kaze Fanstorm going to go down the safe. The Colt has Hypercharge as well now. And then I don't think the Kaze had to dive there. Like, I'm pretty sure with the Colt having his Hypercharge, we were going to be able to get the crack anyways. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. Edgar goes for a play here. He gets that Hyper. And I give a good heal to Nate, which allows him to use his Hyper Super. I do also keep him alive here, which is really, really good. He gets a good Fanstorm onto the safe. I think I missed my heal. Yeah, I think I did. But a good thing with Byron, of course, just like a good tip, is always like, always. Almost always to always when you have a super and someone's in your range, just auto aim it. Like, you're gonna hit it every single time. I think the only time you won't hit it is if someone has a very fast movement speed. But even then, like, if they stutter once, you're gonna hit your super. So like, just with Byron super, just auto aim it. And like, this game is like pretty much over. Like, there's not much they can do. I could have waited for my super there, but like, they don't have enough time to crack the safe 3 times. So me and Nate just stay stationary and spawn, and that is gonna be a pretty easy win. Our comp is very well rounded because we have someone to keep control, Byron. We have an aggro, which is a Kaze, and then Colt does good damage. So that's our safe damage along with the Kaze, but it's also decent into aggro because of his speed loader gadget. Like I said, it's not. Well, I didn't say yet, but it's not the greatest anti aggro. Like, there's definitely way better. Like, Otis is probably the best that you can get, and Bell can be a decent one with grounded, but you don't really want to have to use that, do you? But get a really good splash there. Also, when people are close to you, don't auto aim it, because you want to try your best to get yourself in that heal, because that's really good in those 1v1 interactions, especially against someone like an Edgar. And of course, the travel time is a lot less. So if you can aim it like right in front of you, then it's going to splash down a lot faster. And if you hit a shot before your super, that's also something I like to do. I like to pop a gadget before my super, even if it's at max range, and then I hit my super. It just lets you like cycle your supers a lot more. Think of it like when you're playing Surge, you want to hit one shot and then use your super, and now you're like a shot closer to your next super. So that works as well with a brawler like Byron. Now, this play I don't really like. Nate kind of like left me for a second there. It's not the end of the world. Like, we're still fine, but that just gave them a lot more control, and now like the the Bell and Kaze were able to get up. Once again, he makes up for it with that double kill, but I just think we just had to waste a lot of utility just because he moved up slightly on the left. So wait, I'm gonna go back actually, because I do want you guys to like learn from this. So right here, there's an Edgar with super, and you see Kaze, she goes in the mid, and then she just runs away. Like, yes, there's a Lola right there, but I'm gonna go back one more time. There's a Lola at the top, but the Colt is covering with a pinch right there, and I can just give him heals, and he can walk up, but he just leaves me alone. Yes, I know I auto-aimed that. I don't know why the auto-aim went there, because I'm pretty sure I aimed it, like, as soon as he landed. But, yeah, I could have, like, fixed it myself, like, the issue, but I just think the positioning is very important. Like, you need to realize, like, a Byron is very weak into aggro, so you should do your best to cover him. Ideally, the Colt will be with me, but even someone with a Kaze, they have high burst damage up close. So, yeah, very, very minor mistake. Like, and once again, he got a double kill and made up for it completely, so it doesn't really matter too much, but just small things like that I think it's good to learn from. A good jump there from the Edgar. Now we're in a really, really bad spot. Once again, you can see that the Kaze is leaving me by myself here. And our Colt is kind of panicking and like wasting a lot of shots. And like once there's an Edgar in our bush like this, it can be a little bit difficult. I hit a super up there just to get the clone low, because the clone's really what's going to be doing a lot of damage. So we do get that down, and I get a really good gadget there, so it's going to get a kill onto him. And I'm cycling my supers like crazy, and just one more shot will be enough to kill this this Lola. Nate is doing his best. He does get a dash there. I know that's enough to kill him. So we're just down a little bit in percentage. Not really too worried, because I know Nate is just going to change forms. He gets onto the safe, and we do win by a slim margin, but nothing, like, not uncomfortable whatsoever. As you can see, I only died 3 times somehow, even though they had an Edgar. But I'm just constantly holding that mid control. I feel like our Colt probably could have done a little bit better, but Nate did really well, aside from just, like, leaving me by myself. But once again, I only died 3 times, so it didn't really matter too much. So that was a pretty good game. Let's hop into the next one. All right, next we have this game in Brawl Ball. If I can remember, it was Crow 1, and then we went with Chester M's, which Chester was good. And I was suggesting to go Ruffs, because if I remember correctly, like, Ali was banned, Mortis was banned, and it's just like, Ruffs is so good here. And if you have it with a Chester, that's just so insanely good. And Ruffs is really good into Crow, because more concentrated, like, damage from range, and just has the bags as well. It's good. Like, Ruffs is good into Crow. I hit a really good kill there, and then the box onto the Crow too. So a good double from me. And then I'm just going to press this Mo so my M's can come back and have enough space. Right, wait, where's the M's? Oh, M's just completely switches sides. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, this is just such a free Meeple game, because I went Meeple last. Speaking of the draft, they then went with Griff and their other brawler, Mo, and then I last picked Meeple. Like, before, I was like, this is really, really bad, because, like, I don't know why on earth you'd pick M's with a lot of brawlers that was still open. I give M's a hyper super here so she can move up, because she's the one who has, like, really bad matchups. The Meeple, I counter all 3 of them, because although, like, to counter Meeple, you open up the map, and Griff has that, they don't have anyone to make use of that range. And then in a 1v1, in mid-range brawlers, like, Meeple wins literally all of them, so he beats Mo easily, he beats Griff really easily, and Crow, like, outranges you. But it's that same thing with Ruffs, where you have more concentrated damage at a range compared to just a Crow that's tickling you. So I can sacrifice getting hit by, like, 1 or 2 parts of him. Like, I just run up here easily, 3 tap. Like, it's that easy. And yeah, since we got that early goal, we're really okay to just, like, sit in here, because it's going to take Squeezy a good amount of time to break open the rest of the map. He's going to get only 1 more gadget before the game ends. So we're chilling here, and I have a super, and, like, I'm just, it's so easy. Just, I run into that Mo's face, and I 3-tap him, just like that. The Crow wastes his hyper jump here, so I get another free kill, and Griff uses his hyper. Once again, I get another free kill. You guys can just see how free of a Meeple game it is. And look, he's going to try and walk into me. It doesn't matter. We have about the same range, but Meeple just demolishes all these mid-range brawlers. I put down a box here with my hyper super. I go back downwards, because, like, the only one close to the ball is the Mo. And then really good job there from the Chester to cycle his hypers and get a double kill. So it's a very, very free game. Now, despite it being a free Meeple game, this is torture torture M's. Like, this is the worst. I don't know why you would go Chester M's in the first place as a 2-3, especially when you look at the bans. I can't remember the bans completely off the top of my head, but I know Assassins were banned this game. Also, I think Colette and Damien were banned like literally every single game because, like, why wouldn't they be? But yeah, it's so torture, and she's playing it so bad too. Like, at that point where the guy is like cornered, you should just walk up. Like, that's a really good gadget he hit right there, but like, he just needs to have more awareness to know when he should be like pressing up. Like, that super is completely useless. Like, I actually don't know the point in that whatsoever. I push up a little bit with it just so like it gets a little bit of value, but then I get caught out by a Griff super. I don't know how a Griff got a super into a Chester. Like, the Chester just be like max ranging him, and I don't know what Squeezy's doing right there, but once again, the Chester should just realize that like he's hyper focusing on the piggy bank. Just walk into his face. Like, you could just see that the Griff was completely focused on that. So he was a free kill, but no, he didn't really care. So it's not really good game sense from both my teammates. And the Chester has good matchups. Like, Chester has good range into all three of them and just has good health. So he's able to win all these matchups. A Mo can never drill on you. You can never get crow jumped. And Squeezy, the most he can do is super you from a range. But besides that, like, it's really free. That was a good gadget, though, for my M's. I'm able to capitalize off of it. And I hit another good shot right there. So we're able to get that kill. But then I don't know what on earth. Like, I'm going to go back here. The ball is in a very good position for us right here. And we are all alive and we all have super. That M super, first of all, is horrible. And then this Chester, I'm going to go back one more time. He grabs the ball, right? And he gives it to them. What he should have done is wait for the M's to circle around, then pass it across to her. It's a free goal. But no, instead he rushes it, and just like that, now I'm going to go down from the super. At least my box plus super ends up letting them get a kill. But it's just, it's really careless. Like, there's really no point in rushing it when you have three people alive, all with their supers, versus just a crow. So that was just really, really stupid from both my teammates. Like, I don't know what they were doing. I could have popped my Meeple super, sure, but like, if I did that, we take our time killing the crow, and then they spawn back, and scoring a goal versus a Griff is not the easiest thing in the world because he has a lot of damage up front. And then once again, I don't like that Chester hyper. Yes, he does end up getting a kill. And then my M's waste her super. Like, this I should highlight. So, look where my M's is right now. Like, she's half health, and she's in that corner. I just used my box, and I'm currently poisoned, and I cannot push up. If for no reason our Chester goes up to hyper, you guys might think, oh, it's good, he made space. But you can't just be making space if your teammates are not going to be able to follow up and even utilize that space. Like, there's no point. So now both my teammates have used their hypers and their supers, and they're gone. Like, I have a hyper super, but I'm a meeple, and it's overtime. What walls besides my gadget am I going to use? And like I said, this Ems is tortured, so there's nothing she can really do. I try to hit some shots over here onto the Mo. We do get the kill on the Mo, but like, there's nothing we can do in overtime. Like, the Crow has his hyper. He has jump. This Ems cannot do anything. It's just really, really low IQ plays that they made. So we have to go to round 3 for this, unfortunately. And the strategy with when you have like a meeple or something like that versus wall break, you got to score early or win early. Scoring early is fine. Of course, winning early is the best, but we do really, really good to get a good kill there. And this time, my Ems actually realizes what goes on, and she pushes up with me. Like, you see how easy that was to score? So let's go back to this, like the very, very start of the game. I box early so the Crow can't do anything. That's a very good gadget, and then I walk across. I get an easy 2-tap, and my Ems realizes this and walks up with me. Even though like she takes a lot of damage, look how much space she makes for me, and I get another free kill. Our Chester has free matchup versus the Griff, so he's winning that anyways. And it's a very, very fast goal from us. Now, by this point, I should be close to another box or have my box. And you guys can see, like, my Chester just moving up for free. Like, gets a really good super there onto the Griff. And a good gadget, once again, from my Ems. My Ems is kind of, like, sitting back a lot. I don't know why. Decent super to get the kill. But once again, look, she is full health. And I'm getting hard focused right now. The Mo, I think that's a really bad super, by the way, from the Mo. That was not worth it whatsoever. But My M's is full health while I'm getting pressed, and she's just staying all the way back. Let me go back to automatic. And yeah, she gets a good kill onto the M's. This Mo is going mid now for some reason, and Mo is torture into Meeple. Like, Meeple, like, cooks it really badly. I hit a really good box there, which gives my M's a lot of space to move up. At this point, it should be a free goal. All she needs to do is walk up and, like pop her super, but she's just playing it really patiently, gets her hyper super. It doesn't really matter. Like, we're in that position, we're going to score. So to get another free goal. And that's how the match is supposed to go. Round 2 was just horrible. But yeah, like, as you can see, the Meeple just has such an insanely free game. And I don't know how the M's specifically went positive into torture matchups. I did give her a lot of support, but still fair play to her. And the other team was also kind of horrible. Like, that Mo was very useless. Poor Squeezy, he did not have a team. But yeah, let's hop into the next game. This game was immediately, or not immediately, it was like right after taking Genie's elo. You guys can watch Genie's stream back. That was a funny game. But he first picks Penny for whatever reason. And so the other team plays the Edgar and I think Edgar and Ems. And then my teammate wants to go Mina, and I'm like, really? Like, do you really want to me? I think I got the draft order completely messed up. But I know at one point, like, we were gonna go Mina, and I was like, don't go Mina, just go Chester. And I think I had to last pick Chester because we had just nothing for the Edgar. And like, it's just like, Mina's fine into this. The other team is really selling. Like, they should really be on the other what is it? I would have preferred going knockback M's, to be honest. I mean, you can still go through the Mina shield using this one, but I just don't think it's that worth. I mean, it's Grimlock. What do you expect? Like, he also was playing like really terrible on Mina. Like, he's just not going for the right plays like at all, and he's like, he makes it way too close there. Like, he shouldn't even be going that aggro for that kill. But yeah, like, on the Chester, my job is just to make sure that this Edgar doesn't get as much value as he probably should, because like, it's really free into Penny. Like, you're always gonna kill the Penny, and then it's pretty good into the Mina, especially because our Mina isn't very good. Like, this Manwa guy is like actually terrible. But yeah, he gets rooted by the hyper from the Lumi, and it's just their matchups are much better. Yes, once we get a Penny turret, it's like pretty good. Like, you can just put it down, and it takes a lot for them to go. But like, versus an Edgar, he can either just gadget on the wall, or he can just super, and he's gonna get another one like pretty fast. Like, especially because he has that gadget, it's just like, there's no point. I do really good there to get a kill, and then immediately pop my hyper as soon as I get it to confirm that last kill. So it's sort of winnable, but versus someone like an Edgar who can just like keep cycling onto the zone, it's very hard. I get hit by that gadget there, which is really bad, and then a complete waste of the hyper charge, and he misses the 4K too. I hit a really good gadget there, but then I think I get slightly too close, yeah, and then I end up dying. I don't know if we were maybe able to, because I wasn't on the right bell sequence there, but for the draft aspect of this, Chester does really good into all three of them. Chester has a little bit more range than Ems, or than the Lumi, so I'm able to take that lane, and I'm also good against the Ems. Once again, I have good range, and I of course do really good against Edgar. Now, you guys might if you guys like pay attention to this like a lot, you're gonna see like, I'm gonna try my best to hold on to my 3-4. And what is my Mina doing? Actually, what is she doing, bro? Oh yeah, my Mina's genuinely horrible. But I'm gonna try my best to always hold my 3-4 bell sequence, especially when this Edgar is like, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, that somehow worked. But I do help Genie get the kill. I do get a really good poison there. If Genie should have just like shot, like, hold on, we'll go back right here. So he stays alive. I keep him alive. Then I hit the super. Genie, he has ammo. All he has to do is just hit one shot there, and then she's going to end up dying from the poison. So I feel like he just should have used one. Finally, a good 4K there by the Mina. But yeah, like, once his Edgar doesn't have like his super, he wastes it, or doesn't have a gadget, he's just like a sitting duck. So we have a lot of time. So this is where we should be getting all of our zone time. And you guys can see, like, I'm, like, very, very safe. Like, I just hold this position. I go a little bit aggro there for that super because I want to get those tiles of the wall broken open because it makes it way easier for us because the more open the map gets, then me and the Penny just have a better matchup because our range is our biggest strength versus them. And also, a more open map is worse for an Edgar. So it just gets way better for us. I'm just standing in the zone right here. I'm not shooting this M's because I want to keep my 3-4 bell sequence, as I told you guys earlier. I don't remember what super I have, but I use my 3 right there, and I only have my 4, but I still, like, it's good enough for the most part. See, it's, like, not the best because I still end up dying to an Edgar, but yeah. That's why you always need to hold that 3 and 4. I did good to hold it most of the time, and that's why the Edgar was staying in that bush. And as soon as I used that 3, he did jump on me, but we had enough zone time, so it was fine. People know, like, oh yeah, Chester counters tanks, Chester counters assassins, but with assassins, it's really tricky because you can still die to things like Mortis and Edgar because you're on, like, your 1, 2, 3. Like, you're not doing enough damage compared to, like, a Mortis who can just 3-shot you and then gadget. Like, it'll be much faster than you doing a 1, 2, 3. But if you have, like, your 3, 4, then it's just way faster and way better. But yeah, Edgar jumps on me when I had my 4 out, so... Or my... it was 2, actually. I don't know how he died so fast. I think the Mina also hit him. But, yeah. You have to play it smart. You can't just be, like, completely, like, mind-numbingly stupid. I don't know what the M's is really doing, to be honest. And that some... Dude, this Mina. Oh, my God, this Mina. Okay, that is actually tragic. And then I get caught by the ice. Yeah, that is actually so tragic, bro. Get a really good penny buckshot there. And good 4K there from the Mina. Okay, well, look at him go. And I don't know why that guy got hit by an Edgar getting hit by a penny turret. But yeah. That guy's going to go down to the penny turret. Okay, this penny turret is just farming kills. Oh my God. But yeah, once this Mina also has a super, she should never, ever, like, die again because she should keep cycling it from the Edgar. And there, oh my God, she got a good kill. Wow, good job. Yeah, this Edgar has his hypercharge, and I'm just going to do my best to keep sticking on his lane. Of course, lanes are very important in this game. You want to make sure that you're switching onto the other team, like your, you know, respectable matchup. Like, if I'm a Chester, I could be on any 3 of them, so it doesn't really matter too much in this case. Wow, that was a good penny barrel. But, like, I don't want my penny to be on the Edgar, so I'm going to make it so it's more favorable for my team. And then this guy's going to go in and KD farm. I didn't even get the KD properly, but that's a pretty good game right there. They made it, like, this Mina made it way harder than it has been. I don't, like, as a Mina, if you're dying into those 3 matchups 10 times, that's actually an issue. Like, that's such a good Mina game. And this Edgar is low-key terrible because how is a penny getting star player into that? But heck, it's fine. It's free elo. Let's hop into one more game. All right, so we're going to hop into this game as the last one we're playing against, Ramen and Kevin. So 2 very good players. And this draft, I think I really, really like it because they go with a Chester first. And so we get a free Crow plus... what is it? We get free Crow plus Ruffs. Ruffs plus Crow, Otis, or like Chester, like any of those go really, really good because those are all brawlers that cover the weakness for Ruffs. So I'm just going to get, like, kind of bullied back here. I'm giving Ramen the heart because I know it's him. But pretty good play there from Kevin. But yeah, it's a really, really good Crow game because Crow has a lot of survivability, even against, like, double aggro because they have a Mortis plus a shade. My job, as you can see, like, I broke these walls open right here with my first super. I need to get these walls broken up first and then get those side ones broken open. So yeah, I don't want to be on a lane. I would rather prefer the mid. That way I can feed some shots easier to my super. Yes, you'd want, like, someone like the Crow to be gem carrier, but, like, towards the end of the game, he's going to end up being a gem carrier. So it's kind of weird. Like, I'm going to start off as gem carrier, but I'm not going to end off being the last gem carrier. So I have another super right here. I have a hyper super. I'm just going to put it down there for the for Squeb. This actually is game before pro rank as well. And now that he has hyper treat, just having treat in general, like, usually the shade's pretty good into the Hank, but when Hank has treat, it's kind of difficult. Here I am going to go down. But, wait, let's play this back. I actually did not even see what happened at real time. But, yeah, Crow pops his hyper here. Really, really smart from him because he knows that the Chester's also on the wrong, like, attack sequence. He low-key should have grabbed those 2 gems, but not the end of the world. This, what is it? I thought he was going to be kind of screwed. Oh, my God. Okay, that That Chester low-key threw. I don't know what he's doing there. But yeah, now Ramen's kind of forced to go pretty aggro here, but it's just going to feed me more supers. And as you guys can see, like now he has the gems on him. Like the ideal scenario is that we play like a double mid. Like once I get these walls broken open, we kind of play with two mids. Because you can leave like a lane up to the assassin at that point. Because it takes like he's going to reveal himself before he comes out. And yeah, Squeb has a super right here, so he gets a lot of survivability. Like it's just a lot harder when you have the tree. Oh, and Ramen couldn't get through the wall in time. That's unfortunate. But yeah, it's really hard as well for the Mortis. Like the Mortis is like kind of torture into the Crow, because Crow just stops your healing with your super. And then Squab just has so much health on Hank, so it's kind of difficult for him. So yeah, pretty good game right there. And I just think that I'm getting way too much value like as a Ruffs into double assassin. In the second round, but yeah, like this is a good demonstration of like different like types of strategies here. Like you start off with one person mid. Once you break open the walls, then you can have like this kind of double mid scenario where you each like support each other, so you guys don't like, you just cover each other's weaknesses pretty much, right? It's like, because Crow or Chester's pretty good into Crow, but I do pretty good into the Chester, so I can cover that weakness for him. And then he covers my weaknesses by being pretty good into the Shade and the Mortis. Yeah, the Shade pops his super right here, so I do have to retreat a lot. I didn't pick up that tree because I'd much rather Squeb gets it. Like, if he gets it, it's, like, really good. I do go down there because, well, it's Mortis. Like, I'm expected to go down. But, oh, my God. I forgot about that. Squeb hits, like, the most devious, like, hyper super. Like, it hits 3 people in the first one, and then he cycles the second one. I also think this is a really bad play here, because he just like gives the gems like straight away. Like he could have like at least gone upwards and make it like a bit more like, you know, difficult to get the gems. But yeah, like I said, we have this double mid scenario going on now, and like if we all group together, then there's really nothing they can do. Like yeah, this guy can go for like some play with the Mortis bats, but I also think Ramen kind of wasted a super here. I don't think he knew I was also close to my hyper super, but like yeah, he waited for that bubble to go down right in time. But then he got hit by the Crow gadget, and then the Mortis gets evaporated. And like I said, it's really just the Chester's kind of throwing in a way, as well as this Mortis. Like Rama's doing what he can on Shade, but it's really like a way better draft for us, because like I said, we all cover the weaknesses of each other. So that's just like the best way to draft around. Like I went 9-2 as a Ruffs into double assassin, and as well, like this Crow only died 3 times, and yeah, like Squeb with a bunch of kills, a bunch of damage. He just did really well. But yeah, those would be it for today's games. I actually went from 10.2 or 10.3 all the way to 10.9 yesterday, like in a row. I'm not even trying to get pro anymore because, like I said, my badge is already like maxed out, so it doesn't really matter at all. But yeah, I might try and do it on stream later today. And yeah, if you guys have any kind of videos you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.